This is the Maxx-D dump trailer. Dump trailer extreme, I guess it stands for. But I got the gooseneck version of a dump trailer. There's not too many of these out there, and that's a telescoping system that makes it even more of a rare. But we'll start here at the front. It's your 2 5/16 coupler, your safety change. You got your 7-way plug, your breakaway switch, and your locking mechanisms. You got plenty of length on your cable for your 7-way to either go for the bumper, or if you got a in-bed plug. TTX. Here's a bunch of Pride and National stickers, National Association for Trailers. Here's for your tires, your load ratings. This is your this is your information about your trailer, your VIN number, your axles. And for this particular trailer is 235 80/16s, and these are on 7K Dexter axles. We're going to go up underneath. You got a spare tire. That's standard option. Again, that's standard. You got your plug-in. You can charge in overnight, so it takes your female connector to plug in. You've got 2 interstate deep cycle marine batteries. You got a charger with the overcharge protection, your pump and hydraulic system. Your cable, it's about for your dump system, that's approximately about 20 feet. So there's more than plenty of enough to go from here to the cab of your truck, even if it's a long bed and crew cab. And then over here is your wireless system. That was the option that I chose. And for this being in a steel box, I have no problems with the wireless receiver. One thing I've noticed with Maxx-D in comparison to others, Low Trail, Low Pride, Texas, and SureTrack, is I've not seen a troubleshooting guide stickered here inside the toolbox. Over here is if you have a problem. Here is the troubleshooting possibilities, and you just kind of go across and find your red X, and then that might be a good place to start. The toolbox is extremely massive. You got your cargo space over here, and it's split. I would say this is probably about 4 feet wide from left to right, 2 feet from front to back, and about 28 inches deep up and down. Then you got your lock, of course. Now we're going here to the side. These are 2 10K axles, landing legs. There's the other one over there. So over here, I call it your 2-speed. You give this a good twist back and forth, clockwise, counterclockwise. That goes up and down. You can give this a good yank, and this will snap I call it your foot, all the way up. Make sure you got your fingers and toes cleared, because that will definitely cause some problems for you. Here is your telescoping system. There's plenty of room if you wanted to weld some sort of like tool rack here in the back for your change or binders. There's plenty of room. And then here is your hand crank tarp system. And what some companies do is each to their own, their body rigidity. Maxx-D goes up and down, and I think SureTrack and Doolittle go lengthwise. So each to their own. And what I like especially about Maxx-D is that their side step here is mounted onto the I-beam or to the side of the frame, and not the actual dump body. And the reason is it's easier to step onto versus trying to step way up here onto the side of the body. So it's a lot easier if you want to jump into this. You got plenty of lights, plenty of stickers, 2 7K axles, and this is a 16-foot body. And this here, your handle, when you got load into the trailer or it's in the dump position, just give this a good lift, push down, the tailgate will spread out. You got your rear stabilizers, those are standard. Spare tire was standard. You got your grease points for the doors. Go back here real quick. You got your keyhole for your chain, and then you'd put like a safety pin or a screw or bolt down in here for your spread, however long you want it, 1-inch increments. This here is where you put your tarp. It's got a bar in the back of the tarp, so you just put it in here and hand crank it, and it keeps that tarp from flopping and flapping around and tearing your tarp apart. And the lights are recessed under the body, about 3 or 4 inches. So don't worry about if you're going to back into anything and damage the lights. And then over here, this one here and that one there are your ramps. Those are extremely heavy duty in both sense of the word of durability and weight. They're about 150 pounds a piece. You just and they have like little lips. You just it's kind of like this, and you just kind of clip right in here. You got the inside track, which is for your short wheeled vehicles, kind of like lawnmowers and mowers and whatnot. And you got your outside track for possibly wide vehicles like skid steers. Get a step back, so the wide view. And this is 84 inches wide, 16 feet long is the one that I chose, and this is the biggest you can get for 14,000 pound GVW. 84 is a standard size in the width. Your split door, of course, opens like a barn door. Just come down here, open, and here is your chain. Your chain right here has got a little safety, and you just give it a good push. And then right here is where it latches, and it stays. The other side swings. I chose to get 4D rings. That's a standard option, are these 4D rings here. There's 2 here on the back wall, and the 2 are actually in the floor. I wish Maxx-D would actually put them in the walls instead of putting them in the floor. If you put them in the floor, it seems to hold materials. The walls and the floor are 10 gauge standard. The floor does have the option to go to a 7 gauge. Then of course you got your stake pockets here in the corner, here in the corner. Here's the rail that I was talking about. You can put down there in that locking mechanism. You got your spare tire up top. Maxx-D did not send a tool for that spare tire to pull them bolts off. You know, if you get like a car or a truck, you get a spare tire, the jack, and the tool. With the trailer, you just get a tire and you're on your own for the tool and the jack. This is a heavy, heavy duty trailer. Empty is right at 4,800 pounds empty. And again, it's 16 feet of steel and iron, not like other companies. And we'll go down the other side. Here's your 7K Dexter axles. You can upgrade the rims and the tires to heavier duty to 17 and a half, and heavier ply tires, I think, go up to 14. You got plenty of lights, plenty of stickers. Don't get underneath while it's loading or unloading. Hydraulic system, telescoping, 20,000 pounds. It is pretty easy to get access to. If anything does go wrong with it, you only got like 2 lines, and it's really easy to get to, unlike the scissor lift or your single cylinder or dual cylinder. You got to get underneath and hope it won't crush you. This is your Maxx-D 84 by 16. And if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a message in the comments, and I will get to you as soon as I can. So here's just kind of a quick overview. It's a telescoping dump trailer, which are pretty rare. They're common, but not common compared to the scissor lift or dual cylinders under the body.